Did you know that the Vatican City is the smallest country in the world, both by land area and population? Imagine this, it's about 1/8 the size of New York's Central Park. Yes, that's right. This entire country could fit comfortably in a corner of Manhattan's beloved Green Sanctuary. Now let's consider its population. The Vatican City boasts a population that hovers around 800 people. To put that into perspective, there are high schools in the United States with more students, and yet this minuscule city-state holds immense global influence. The Vatican City is not just a city, it's a sovereign state with its own head of state, jurisdiction, and diplomatic relations. This unique status, combined with its rich history and religious significance, makes it a fascinating study. That's right, the Vatican City is a tiny but incredibly significant piece of history tucked away in the heart of Rome. The Vatican City, as we know it today, has a history that dates back to ancient times. Its origins lie deeply rooted in the annals of the Roman Empire, not as a political entity but as a sacred site of immense significance. Centuries before the Vatican City emerged as a sovereign state, the area it now occupies was known as Vatican Hill. This was a place of worship, even during the times of the pagan Roman Empire. It was believed that this was the site of the martyrdom of St. Peter, one of the 12 apostles of Jesus and, according to tradition, the first pope. Consequently, it became a pilgrimage site for early Christians. In the 4th century, Emperor Constantine the Great, the first Roman emperor to convert to Christianity, commissioned the construction of a basilica on this very site. This marked the birth of what would later become one of the most iconic structures in the world, St. Peter's Basilica. Nestled in the heart of Vatican Hill, the basilica served as a beacon of Christianity, attracting believers from far and wide. As centuries rolled on, the basilica underwent several transformations, each reflecting the evolving architectural trends of the era while maintaining its original sanctity. It was during the Renaissance period that the basilica was completely rebuilt, giving us the awe-inspiring structure we see today. This was a significant chapter in the history of the Vatican, as it further reinforced the area's religious importance. The establishment of St. Peter's Basilica was a pivotal moment in the evolution of the Vatican. Not only did it solidify the area's status as a sacred Christian site, but it also laid the groundwork for the political and spiritual entity that would later emerge. And so the foundations were laid for what would become the Vatican City. Over the centuries, the power of the Pope grew, and so did the territory under his control. As the influence of the Catholic Church expanded across Europe during the Middle Ages, so too did the Pope's temporal dominion, leading to the rise of the Papal States. In the Middle Ages, the Pope wasn't merely a religious figure, he was a temporal ruler, controlling a vast swath of territory in central Italy known as the Papal States. This was a patchwork of territories, often gifted by powerful rulers or won through political maneuvering, stretching from the city-state of Rome to the Adriatic Sea. The Papal States were a unique entity in the complex political landscape of medieval and Renaissance Italy. As the secular and spiritual leader of these lands, the Pope held an unusual dual role, wielding both religious and political power. This gave the papacy an extraordinary influence, far beyond the confines of the Vatican's walls. During the Renaissance, the Papal States flourished under the patronage of the popes, who were great patrons of the arts. The period saw an influx of artistic and architectural masterpieces, with legendary artists like Michelangelo and Raphael leaving their indelible marks on the Vatican and its surroundings. However, the Pope's political power was not uncontested. The Papal States were frequently engulfed in the turbulent politics of Italy, facing threats from powerful city-states like Florence and Venice, as well as foreign invaders. Despite these challenges, the popes managed to maintain control over their territories for centuries, demonstrating their political savvy and resilience. Yet the power of the Pope was not just about territory. It was about spiritual leadership, about the ability to command the hearts and minds of millions of believers across Europe. The Pope's authority was rooted in faith, and it was this spiritual power that underpinned the rise and endurance of the Papal States. However, the Papal States were not to last forever. As we shall see, the world of politics and power is always changing, and even the might of the Pope could not withstand the shifting tides of history. Fast forward to the 19th century, and we see the formation of the modern Vatican City. This period was marked by significant changes in the political landscape of Italy. The Italian unification, also known as the Risorgimento, was a complex series of events, wars, and alliances that culminated in the establishment of a single unified Italian state. During this time, the Papal States, a collection of territories under the direct sovereign rule of the Pope, found themselves in the crosshairs of this unification movement. As Italy coalesced into a single entity, the Papal States gradually lost their territories until, in 1870, during the Franco-Prussian War, Rome was annexed to the Kingdom of Italy. This marked the end of the Papal States but sparked a conflict known as the Roman Question, a political and diplomatic conundrum regarding the status of the Pope and the Catholic Church within the new Italian state. This question remained unresolved for nearly 60 years, a period during which the Pope referred to himself as the prisoner in the Vatican. The stalemate was finally broken in 1929 with the signing of the Lateran Treaty between the Kingdom of Italy and the Holy See. This historic agreement recognized the sovereignty of the Holy See and established Vatican City as an independent city-state, the smallest in the world. The Lateran Treaty delineated the boundaries of the Vatican City and granted the Holy See extraterritorial authority over 23 sites in Rome and 5 outside of Rome, including the Pope's summer residence. In return, the Holy See agreed to recognize the Kingdom of Italy and remain neutral in international relations, thus solving the Roman question. And thus, the Vatican City as we know it today was born. This smallest of nations, steeped in history and tradition, continues to wield significant religious and diplomatic influence worldwide. Its establishment marked a turning point in the history of the Catholic Church and the Italian state, a testament to the power of negotiation and compromise in resolving long-standing conflicts. Today, the Vatican City continues to be a significant player on the world stage. This tiny sovereign state, nestled in the heart of Rome, is a powerhouse of global influence. As the spiritual home of the Roman Catholic Church, the Vatican City holds a prominent role in religious affairs, shaping the beliefs of more than 1 billion Catholics worldwide. This influence extends beyond religion, with the Holy See often acting as a mediator in international disputes. The Pope, as both the Bishop of Rome and the leader of the worldwide Catholic Church, is a figure of immense authority. His words carry weight, and his messages of peace, unity, and compassion resonate on a global scale. In addition to its political and religious clout, the Vatican City is a beacon of culture and history. Its architecture is a testament to the mastery of the Renaissance era, with structures like St. Peter's Basilica and the Sistine Chapel standing as symbols of the city's rich heritage. These architectural marvels, adorned with the works of masters like Michelangelo and Bernini, draw millions of tourists each year. But the Vatican City is not just about the past. It is a living, breathing entity that evolves with the times. It embraces modern technology, harnesses social media, and even has its own radio station broadcasting in 44 languages. It continues to engage with the world, fostering dialogue and promoting understanding among different cultures and faiths. The Vatican City's status as a tourist destination is undisputed. Every year it welcomes visitors from all corners of the globe. They come not just for the religious significance, but also to marvel at the art, the architecture, and the aura of this unique city-state. Despite its size, the Vatican City packs a punch in terms of its global influence. It is a testament to the enduring power of faith, culture, and diplomacy in shaping our world. So, what have we learned about the Vatican City? We've journeyed through time, exploring the intriguing history of the world's smallest independent state. Our adventure began at the origins of Vatican City, tracing its roots back to the early Christian community that gathered around the tomb of the Apostle Peter. This sacred ground, steeped in history, has been the epicenter of the Catholic Church for centuries. We then ventured into the era of the Papal States, a time when the Pope ruled over a vast territory stretching across central Italy. The rise and fall of the Papal States are significant chapters in the Vatican's history, highlighting the interplay between spiritual and temporal authority that has characterized the papacy. Fast forward to the 20th century, we witnessed the birth of Vatican City as we know it today. The Lateran Treaty of 1929 marked the establishment of Vatican City as an independent city-state, ending decades of dispute between the Church and the Italian government. This treaty not only created a distinct political entity but also allowed the Catholic Church to maintain its spiritual leadership while acknowledging the sovereignty of Italy. Our journey brought us to present-day Vatican City, a bustling hub of religious, cultural, and diplomatic activity. Today, it stands as a testament to the enduring influence of the Catholic Church and its significant role on the global stage. Despite its diminutive size, Vatican City continues to command respect and intrigue, housing the Pope, the spiritual leader of over 1 billion Catholics worldwide, and preserving an immense wealth of art, culture, and history within its walls. In conclusion, Vatican City may be the smallest country in the world, but its footprint on history is immense. It's a place where the past and present converge, where faith and politics intertwine, and where every stone tells a story. The Vatican City may be small, but its history and influence are anything but. Remember to subscribe to our channel for more intriguing insights into history around the world.